Hello students, this is Viresh. You're watching Virus Academy YouTube channel. How are you all? Today we're going to discuss one of the most important topic in the FEMA, that is paper number 4, Corporate and Economic Laws, as well as in the paper number 60, that is Economic Laws. So for both of these papers, this is very important. Both of these papers, this FEMA was there. So what we are going to discuss today, a simple trick to remember current account transactions in FEMA. So why I'm making this video? The reason for making this video is most of the students have this problem. Like if they ask a question, they will able to write the answer. But whether that needs a central government approval or RBI approval, this is where the confusion is. To kill that confusion, I'm making this video. This is a very short video, only for 10 minutes, but this will gives you in a confidence in the exam and confidence about this particular provision. You will able to remember forever, even after your exams also, you will able to remember using this code. Let us see what is the code. So first, a few lines about Section 5 and Foreign Exchange Management Rules 2000. You can read this whenever there is a question about the current account transactions. You can first mention this, then you can write the answer. So that is useful. You can go through, post this, video, and this material is available in the description. Please download it. So there are three schedules, as you know: Schedule 1, Schedule 2, and Schedule 3 under the current account transaction. Schedule 1, prohibited transaction. Schedule 2, transactions where approval of central government is required. Schedule 3, transactions where RBI approval is required. So before going to these codes and all, these tricks and all, first I would request you to go through the material first and read these provisions first. Then only you come here. If you directly come here to learn this shortcut and the codes, so it will doesn't get into your mind. Okay, first you read the provision well, then you watch this video. First, I will directly go to the schedule 2. I'll tell you the reason later, but first I will go to the schedule 2, approval from the central government. So schedule 2, approval from central government. The code which I created is CASP or HD fit. Simple. If you remember this, you remember all the clauses in the which requires approval from central government. What are these? CA means chartered accountant. SP means you may be aware of superintendent of police, or it doesn't have any meaning. Just to make some sentence, I use this word or. CASP or HD means a high definition. You watch the HD videos, right? That is high definition. Fit means healthy, energetic, healthy, and all. So chartered accountant and superintendent of police are HD fit, high definition fit. They are very healthy people. That's the code. So what does it means? Now I will give the meaning to each word. C, that is cultural tours. The first one is cultural tours. So this sequence for arranged is not on the based on the 1, 2, 3, 4 clauses. It is arranged based on the code that I created. It can be, the clauses can be jumbled here and there, and in exam also you need not mention the clauses. I'm very much sure on that. If you mention section 5 as well as the foreign exchange management rule 2000, that is more than enough, right? And if you see the code, first C means cultural tours, and A means advertisement in the foreign print media for the purposes other than promotion of tourism, foreign investments, and international bidding, etc. Okay, that is related to A. C for cultural, A for advertisement in the foreign print media. Then yes, just a minute. Yes means sponsorship of sports activity. Sponsorship of sports activity or remittance of prize money. So wherever this word is there, I highlighted in the red color here. You can see that. Yes means sponsorship of sports activity. CA is over. Now yes means sponsorship of sports activity. Then P means remittance of membership of P&I club. P&I club. Remittance of membership of P&I club. CASP is over in the code. Now we'll come to HD, high definition. H means hiring charges of transponders. Hiring charges of transponders. And D means detention charges. Container detention charges. I highlighted D here. Uh, Container detention charges. Then fit. The word fit. F relates to freight of vessel chartered by PSU. Public sector undertaking. Freight of vessel chartered by PSU. I means import through ocean transport. And T means transport operators. So this is what the code is. These are all the transactions where central government approval is required. For example, if they ask you about this, for example, Let's take H as example. Hiring charges of transponders. So and so person, some paying some hiring charges. How much is the remittance for to make this remittance? Whose approval is required? That is the question. Then you just need to remember this code for the this CASP or HD fit. Simple. Then you make the counting like C means culture tools, A means advertisement in the foreign print media, yes for sponsorship of activities, just for a minute. Then you will able to remember okay whether this falls under CG approval or RBA approval. It is that easy. Okay. If you practice for 10 minutes now, this will make your life very easy. I kept the entire clause here, not just the highlighted the code word here, entire clause here, because you can use this material only to revise the entire current account transactions. That's the reason why I kept the entire clause here. I hope you are clear on this. CASP or HD fit, if you remember, then you will able to remember all the clauses where need central government approval. Now I'm moving on to the schedule 3. Schedule 3 is related to the transactions where RBA approval is needed. This has two parts. One is individuals other than individuals, right? For individuals, there are some provisions are there. Other than individuals, there are provisions are there. First, we will see for the individuals. Facilities for individuals. Individuals can avail foreign exchange facility for the following purposes within the limit of 2,50,000 only. Under 2,50,000, they can avail this limit. Exceeding withdrawal of 2,50,000 needs RBI approval. Okay, I hope you are aware of the provisions well. Okay, now we are discussing on the code. What the code is? Dear MBA and CA, that is the code. That's it. Dear MBA and CA. So it is more easier than the central government related, right? Dear MBA and CA. Now let's see what's the code denotes. First one is D. D, gift or donation. D for donation. Next E, immigration. And A for any other current account transaction. That means if a transaction doesn't fall under prohibited, doesn't fall under where it needed central government approval, then automatically the transaction falls under for the RBA approval, right? That is any other current account transaction. R denotes maintenance of close relatives abroad. R denotes maintenance of close relatives abroad. M for medical treatment, expenses related to the medical treatment abroad. And B for travel for business, conferences, specialized trainings, meetings, etc. For that travel, RBA approval. And for A, abroad studies. And C for private visits to any country. Private visits to any country, C for country. A for abroad for employment. Let us see it again. D for donation. E for immigration. A for any other current account transaction. Sorry. A for any other current account transaction. Or for relatives abroad. Relatives abroad meaning relatives abroad and their maintenance related remittance. And M for medical treatment, expenses relating to medical treatment. B for travel for business and conferences and specialized trainings, etc. A for abroad studies. C for private visits to any country. A for abroad for employment. When you are reading, A is coming here two times here. Both are related to abroad. So don't get confused. When you are reading first A, read it like sorry abroad studies, and second A when you are reading it, read it like abroad for employment. One is for studies, and second one is for employment. That is second code that's related to Dear MBA and CA. Schedule 3. Now this is for individuals. Just remember, this is for individuals. Individuals who are actually making a remittance of more than $250,000 needs an RBA approval. If any amount is lesser than $250,000, then they don't need any RBA approval for the remittance. Okay. So for example, these are all these around Dear MBA and CA, whatever covered in this code, all of these transactions can be remitted by an individual if the amounts are lesser than 2,50,000 without RBA approval. If it crosses, then they need to take an RBA approval from the RBA, right? Now I'm moving on. Sorry if I'm going a little faster about this provision, because my intention is to create a code and memorize more rather than focusing on the particular clauses. Okay. Now we'll see the other part. First one is in the under the RBA approval, there are two parts, right? One is for individuals, one second is for other than individuals. Now we will see other than individuals, what is the code. Similarly, other than individuals makes the following remittances needs pre-approval of RBA. Pre-approval of RBA is needed. What is the code for it? Don't look at multiple codes are there. Those are very easy. I practiced it. I'm able to remember. If you practice it, you will able to remember. It will just take 10 to 15 minutes of your time. The code is very simple, damn simple than any other earlier ones also. It is just the code is IDR for remittances other than individuals where it requires RBI approval. The code is IDR. IDR means you might have studied in SFM, that is Indian Depository Receipts, right? Okay. IDR. The only change is R comes two times, R square. R comes two times, IDR. The code I denotes infrastructure projects. So they have given some limits here. For infrastructure projects, it is 10 million. For consultancy services, it is 1 million per project. Okay, that is the limit they have given. So what it denotes, code I is infrastructure projects and D is donation. Donation also they have given some limit, that is not exceeding 1%. Exceeding 1%, if it is exceeds 1% of the foreign exchange earnings for the last 3 years, or the 5 million, whichever is less. If this limit has crossed, then they need to take the permission from the RBI, right? And the third one, D for donation, I for infrastructure projects, D for donation, or for residential flats. So you have a residential flat in India, and you have there is a agent, real estate agent or broker is sitting in the outside India, and you made a remittance to that agent who is sitting outside India for the residential flats which is situated in India. For that remittance, you need to take the RBA approval. When you need to take the RBA approval, if the amount of remittance exceeding $25,000, if it is exceeding $25,000 commission, then you need to take the RBA approval. That is related to one R. Another R, because R square is there. Next R. Next R is related to reimbursement of pre-incorporation expenses. Reimbursement of pre-incorporation expenses. Just remember this, reimbursement of pre-incorporation expenses for R. So here also they have given some limit. Remittances exceeding 5% of investment brought to India, or $1 lakh, whichever is higher here. Remember, this is higher, not lesser. Higher by an entity in India by way of reimbursement of pre-incorporation expenses. That is the code for R. As I said, I'm not going to discuss in detail about the each clauses. This video is just to trick to remember these clauses. The code is IDR. I for infrastructure projects, and D for donation, R for residential plots, and R for reimbursement of pre-incorporation expenses. That is IDR, the code. I hope you are clear. Now we have discussed about approval, code related to approval from central government, code related to RBI. There are two parts. One is for individuals, second one is other than for individuals. First, code related to central government, CASP or HDFIT. Okay, and for RBI, for individuals, Dear MBA and CA, and for other than individuals, IDR square. Okay, I hope this is very simple because I used it. It looks like very simple for me. Okay, if you feel that this is very simple and easy, please suggest to other friends also. Please share the knowledge. Okay, and there is, sir, you forgot one more thing, that is prohibited transactions. Yeah, because the reason why I'm jump on to approval of central government, that's where the most of the students have confusion. For prohibited transactions, I didn't hear from students that they have any confusion. It's very clear for them. Even if you read it for 3 to 4 times, the prohibited transaction, you will able to remember. You need not have any codes for it. But if you say, sir, I still need a code for the prohibited transactions also, I'm not able to remember, then you have the code here. Code is also very simple, just like others. Schedule 1 talks about the prohibited transactions. The code is BCDERIL. So alphabet sequence, BCDERIL. RIL means this Reliance Industries Limited. Okay, that is RIL. BCDERIL. B for banned or prescribed magazines. B for remittance for purchase of lottery tickets, banned or prescribed magazines, football, pools, sweepstakes, etc. That is for B. B stands for that. And C for callback services. Payment related to callback services of telephones. So here there is no limits, nothing. Straight away these are prohibited transactions under the FEMA. Okay, and now D denotes remittance of dividend by any company to which the requirement of dividend balancing is applicable. B, C, D. And for E, exports. E for exports. Export made towards equity investment in joint venture and wholly owned subsidiaries abroad of Indian companies. That's related to E. And for R related to racing and riding related income remittance, that is prohibited. And I stands for interest income, remittance of interest income on funds held in a non-resident special rupee scheme account. And L, last, remittance out of lottery winnings. Here I think lottery will come two times. See, just a minute. First one is remittance for purchase of lottery tickets. Okay. Last one is remittance out of lottery winnings. Don't confuse. One is for the purchase of lottery tickets. Last one is remittance out of lottery earnings. That's all about the prohibited transactions. If you want to remember the prohibited transactions, the code is BCDERIL. BCDE alphabet sequence, and then RIL Reliance Industries Limited. And B for brand or prescribed magazines, all for callback services, D for dividend by any company, and E for exports, and R for racing or riding, I for interest income, L for lottery winning. This is all about the prohibited transactions related code. That's all about FEMA current account transactions trick. Okay, if you like this video, please like it. Okay, please share. Okay, sorry, before closing this video, there is one more no, common query from the students is that under the approval from central government, if you see the study material, I think that is open here. Stay a minute. Yeah, it is open here. If you see in the study material, they have mentioned about the ministry everywhere. For cultural tools, this is the ministry of human resources, ministry of surface transport, ministry of finance, etc., etc. So in my view, you need not remember any ministry. You can just mention it like a central government. Everything comes under the central government. You can mention as central government only. You need not remember by heart all these ministries because institute is also following the same thing. They are just mentioning the central government approval only in their RTP and all other answer sheets, right? So you can just mention it like central government approval. Yeah, that's all. That's all I have. That's all I have. This is all the video about the FEMA current account transactions, trick. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Thank you so much. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching this video. Okay, bye.